and welcome to another episode of This Old Crawler. I've got my Axial Deadbolt here, and I really haven't used it too much yet, but I am starting to make a few changes on it. I'll show you a couple of those. Number one, I've put these wheels and tires on. I think these are G-made wheels. You can see the wheel bolts are rusting already. That's a great start. But what I really like are these RC four-wheel drive tires. What are these, rock crushers? I think they're called rock crushers. Anyway, I've been running those. Okay, so here's the chassis of my Axial Deadbolt. You can see I've made a few changes. We see some metal parts. We got this this horn off the steering servo. Still have the plastic links in here. You'll see they're going to be changing pretty soon. Nobody likes rubber steering pieces. What else have I done? Oh yeah, I've mounted my battery up at the front of the vehicle now. So that's happening. What I notice is when my suspension compresses, let's see. Yeah, I'm actually hitting the steering arm. Hitting right there. That's no good. So we're gonna have to fix that. The motor's working well. Moved my electronics boxes. This one's just tie strapped to the rear of the receiver. And all this other stuff, ESC receiver, whatever. And it was using Dean's connectors, so I've now converted all my other batteries to that type as well as the charger. Let's check it out. Okay, not the best lighting today, but I got a few goodies on the bench here, boys. We'll start at the right. I got these Pro-Line bumpers. These are the less wide version of what they sell. Got the front here, which has the mounting ability for a winch there at some point. I'm just waiting for some bumper supports to mount these properly. There's the rear bumper. So this will be a little bit better than what's on here now. Hopefully you can see there's nothing. So, alrighty, so this new bumper is going to mount on the rear here and offer a little more protection, make it look pretty badass. Hopefully it's going to be out and up. I want it up there so it doesn't get in the way. Should look pretty good and should offer a little more protection to the body. Not that it really needs. It's pretty durable, but I'm just not a fan of I'm not a fan of just having this piece of plastic here on the end of the frame rails. Not very cool to me. So that's on the rear, and you'll see what we're going to put on the front. And what else do we have here? We have some aluminum lower link kit for the lower suspension links. And from the good people at RC World, I have this really nice alloy hub and steering linkage kit. It should be pretty cool. And these are alloy bumper mounts, and I actually need these to properly mount up these Pro-Line bumpers. These Pro-Line bumpers do not mount up at all. They actually take these type of bumper pedestals, if you want to call them that. And on the rear, on the Deadbolt, it does not have any sort of like this, so you need this piece right there. And they're aluminum, so they'll last a long time. And the last little piece I'm going to put on was hoping to is these aluminum drive shafts I bought off eBay. However, these have an issue. The screws they've given me, you can see those jiggles around. This screw here is much larger than the other three that are used to secure these drive shafts to the transmission as well as the differential. And my other problem with these drive shafts is they did not supply one of the circlips, I guess, or E-clip for mounting the drive shaft. So you can see that pin is starting to fall out. So I could probably find a little 2mm or whatever, 3mm clip to go over that, but I've taken some pictures. I'm going to be sending those pictures to the manufacturer and say, hey, look, I want my money back or a clip. But this is one of my batteries here as well. You can see I've converted it to the Dean style connectors. I got a whole bunch of these from eBay. I got 20 of these connectors, male and female. The other thing I'm going to do is be putting some lead wheel weight inside of my front wheels, which is easier to do now, as these are beadlock wheels that I'm using on the machine. They're much easier to get inside. Yeah, and also I picked up a couple of tires. These are actually the ones that came on the Deadbolt. You can see I did a terrible job gluing these beads and tried to cover it with black felt marker. That did not work well. That was a disaster on these plastic wheels, so never gluing my own wheels again. It's beadlocks from here on in. These are the Maxxis Trepadors that came on it, and you can see they are, you know, taller than actually these RC four-wheel drive ones I got, but I just love this tread pattern, personally. And last and least, these were some super cheap Chinese-made wheels and tires. They're actually not a beadlock. And they kind of look like a BFG all-terrain, and they are actually smaller than these and narrower as well. Oops. So I'm gonna mount those on one day, just and use them for fun to try them out. But they got a really garbagey sidewall. They just fold up. The tread is very stiff. These won't work well. And inside of these RC four-wheel drive, I used the factory foams that came with them, but I cut them to a star pattern. So we're gonna see how those work. The foams that were in my Trepidors, I actually cut those too. These are quite a bit softer than these. So that's just the nature of the rubber, I guess. So anyway, we got some tires to play around with, for sure. It's unusually clean now, eh? We'll fix that. So anyway, that's what's going on in RC country today with the Deadbolt. And we'll get some of those pieces bolted up the next day or so and do a little bit of off-roading outside, hopefully. So anyway, thanks for watching. Let's try.